So while we're at this part of the video, I wanted to mention to you guys that I'm in a position right now that is normally very, very dangerous. I'm actually on the downhill side of this log, but to my left there, you'll see there's a Y right where I'm cutting now. That branch there was basically guaranteeing that when that log was cut free, it was going to fall uphill. And the same with this piece here. So normally I would not be cutting on this side for the final cut, not unless I had it chalked with another piece of wood. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. When I work on this next leader on the other side of the tree, I'll be crossing over in a moment. You'll see what I'm talking about. So right about now is where I was talking about on the uphill side. You're going to see as I cut these loose, they're going to fall forward and away from me. So, ideally, this is the scenario that you want to be finding yourself in, and on the uphill side of the log. That way you don't find yourself pinched between a log and a piece of equipment, or maybe another piece of the tree, something like that. So yeah, just be very mindful about where you're making your final cut, and which way those logs are going to want to fall. So just kind of a little bit of a public service announcement. I know a lot of you guys that watch my content, you're very familiar with this stuff, even more so than I am. Whew. All right. I don't know if this camera is really doing this any justice where I am, but this is a pretty steep hill, and everything's kind of more downhill this way where the tree's laying, and that way, but not nearly as drastic. So as you can see, I've been very careful to do very little bit of cutting on the downhill side and finish it on the uphill side. That way I don't get flattened. But I'm just gonna keep on plugging away at this. We got another tree, I believe, to do after this, and that's gonna be it for this afternoon. So I think I'm just, gonna have to get these big log pieces down to where you see me just dropping them there, kind of like a landing on a stairwell down there. I'm gonna go down, station them there. What I'm trying to do here is, my friend Ed, his whole property back here is a very steep hill. It's really kind of hard to see it on camera, but it's pretty steep. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to call it. If you were going down the road and you saw one of those signs for the trucks that says steep grade ahead, I would say it's probably somewhere around an 8 degree pitch. So it's pretty steep. And of course, all the trees, when they fall, they fell them downhill. And now that requires me to go side hill on the skid steer to pick these pieces up, and I immediately have to turn and face downhill. Otherwise, the stuff will slide right off the forks.
But anywho, that's the kind of stuff I'm dealing with. Let me grab you guys and bring you with me. I'm gonna throw a tape on this bigger tree here and show you with what I'm looking at. All right, let's see if I can do this without sticking my finger in the lens here. So we're looking at, let me get this thing out here. Oh, there. You know, we're looking at about a 34-inch round. You know, maybe 33 and a half. And that's the big side. And I think that's going to be the biggest out of all of them. So I'd say up the main trunk to where it lies off to a second leader there, you're looking at, let's see, what's the longest here. So I'd say at the widest, you're looking at 30 and a quarter. And then at the narrowest, because it's not perfectly round, you're looking at 25 and a half. So yeah, pretty big pieces. There's a lot of guys out there that do firewood on, for their own heating, and even, if they've got a little side gig going on, they they don't really care for the big stuff. And God's honest truth, I really don't care for the big stuff either. But typically, this is the stuff that is, dare I say, free. There's always an expense involved with going and gathering your own free firewood, right? You got the trucking fuel, you got your whatever equipment involved, chainsaws, so on and so forth. In my case, something like a skid loader or an excavator, there's always a cost. So, and it is arguable as to, for heating your home, is it really worth the extra labor and the extra, time that you put into it, considering that by the time it's all said and done, with the expense of getting it to you under your own time and and equipment, is it really worth everything? Now, my personal feeling is, for me, yes. One, I'll go stir crazy and just remain part of the gravity assistance program if I just sit on my duff and do nothing. I love being out here. I love doing this type of stuff. I love goofing around with the equipment. Yes, for me, it is worth it. Not to mention the fact that, there's also some other benefits that a lot of people don't really think of, because it's just it's a natural part of the human, how can I say, maybe the psyche, that when you're sitting in front of a fire, or at least hear it crackling in the background, as long as it's not your house, it's good. And it's actually really healthy for you, as far as, like I said, psychologically. You got a lot of dust, you got a lot of soot and things like that you got to deal with. But, there's a lot of other things in this life that are far, far more unhealthy and dangerous for us to be doing to ourselves than, the necessarily, how could I say, the unnecessary worrying of silly things like that. Nowadays we can't even drink out of a garden hose because we're afraid of some, brain-eating amoeba or whatever, or even go swimming in a pond anymore. So I'll take my chances with the dirt and the soot and the things like that from burning my own wood. And again, it's like a gym membership. Yep, I don't exactly have a 8-pack or a 6-pack, but I can work pretty hard, and a lot of it's because I keep moving. So anyway, that was a long-winded rant, but so yeah, this is I said badum, like badum, Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Anyway, so squirrel. I'm gonna get these pieces down, get them staged, and that's gonna be it for this afternoon, unfortunately. Like I said, I got a dead chain. His small engine repair shop is shut down for the weekend. However, he will be sharpening some chains for me first thing tomorrow morning so that I can continue on with the rest of this. And that's it. So enough of my rant. Let's get this stuff stationed down there, and I'll see you guys in a few. All right, so here I'm down by the trailer recording with my phone, trying to get some stuff recorded, and I run into a storage situation within probably, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Of course, again, it's one of the downsides to being me. I talk too much, so I can out-talk the storage on probably any electronic device. Alright, so got this spot over here. I'm going to try to see if maybe make a little bit of room for the stuff I'm bringing in. Got a weeble wobble effect going on here. There we go. I will say, concerning me a little bit with this machine is, seems like the grip strength just isn't there anymore. I think I had some pretty serious grip strength for quite a while. Seems to be lacking. The operation down for a minute here, or it looks like we're bringing horses in, so I don't want to be thrashing this bucket and thumb around too much when they're handling them. All right. On this thing. This machine is definitely impressive, but it certainly has its limits. So gotta be honest with ourselves here. It is a mini excavator. I always try to keep the weight as close to the machine as possible. Sure what's going to happen with those real big pieces, but I did bring an extra change of underwear if I need it. Those pieces are coming off that trailer. Did pretty good right there. That I don't really know what that machine, what this machine's maximum lift capacity is. I know, I used to know it. I forget. I think it's somewhere around, I don't know, 2,500 pounds or something like that. I could be way off, but that was definitely a pretty big log, and it lifted it. It held it up most of the way out there, but you know, it didn't take long for it to start diving down. But I was able to drop it on those bunks that I have those other logs there for, and it did considerably well. So this is going to be interesting. This is a big fatty. Just gotta try to get it close enough to me. I wanted to cut this limb off, but I might break it off here. The chain got dull. That was a pretty strong limb. You see this? That's pretty impressive. Alright, so this is going to be entertaining, y'all. You better be ready for a show. Maybe that branch that I was desperately trying so hard to cut off of there probably just helped me there. It's very rare that unintended consequences are a good thing. this one. The first ones I get the heck out of here. I don't want to deal with that too much. Because this is slightly uphill. Get it down close to the machine. Now I'm just going to kind of throw these here off to the side. I think I'm going to get a, nope, not going to get enough of a grip on that. Closer. Shape of this thing's making it hard to grip. All right. Go now. Log stayed out of the way. Darn impressive. That's a hunk of a log there, no doubt. Yep, we're tipping. Well, any of you guys and gals want a job where you can get lots of tips, work for a landscaping company and run a mini excavator, you get plenty of tips. I cannot believe this machine is picking this up right now. Huh. for now. I will catch up with you guys in the morning. Alright, so as you can see, there's a ton of poison ivy on this thing, and I'm kind of contemplating the value of this log. Normally it wouldn't be an issue because I would bring my excavator with me and I would, you know, take the thumb in the teeth of the bucket and just kind of gnaw at the bark, and I can usually remove it all pretty easily. However, if I go and I bring my excavator down here, when I load up the trailer and bring it back, I've got no way to unload it. So yeah, I'm not really sure how much more exposure I want to have to this poison ivy vine. It's still very green on the inside. It's not like it's dead halfway into December or something. So I'll have to stew on it a little bit and see what I come up with as a solution. everybody. So I'm back home, got the machine unloaded. However, I did not bring any wood back with me this afternoon. Tomorrow I will be doing that after work with the skid loader, and I'll bring you guys along for that if you'd like. So we'll see what goes on there. But as for now, that's going to be it for today's video. And if you guys like what you're watching here on the Mount Tammany Ridge channel, it'd be great if you guys could hit that like button, subscribe, maybe share it with some of your friends, and you know, it'll help us get out there to maybe a little more of a audience that's into the type of stuff I got going on here. So have yourselves a good evening and have a good week this week. Tomorrow's Monday, and well, you know what goes on with Monday, so I'll leave that up to you. Have a